So just taking a few moments to connect with each other. Maybe just start by looking at the people that are here, just taking each other in for a moment. Maybe taking some of the people who are arriving. Remembering that even though people are just on the screen, they're not just on the screen. They're present in this world and their energy is very much with us. We're connected with each other. Just through being together in this place. And then if we just go inside for a moment, let's just close our eyes and go into our breath. Notice our breath moving in and out. Notice our bottoms on our seats, if that's what we're doing. Notice our feet on the ground. Notice our breath again, moving in and out. No need to change it at all. Just becoming aware of our physical presence. Drawing our attention in after the busyness of getting here to this moment. Noticing what's happening in our body. Whatever it is, whether it's tension, agitation, relaxation, tiredness, whatever it is. And just noticing our breath again. And then I'd invite you to open your eyes again and connect once more with each other. So welcome everybody. Let's begin with the Sufi invocation of Hazrat Inayat Khan, as we always do. And we'll say the extended version, assisted by Jelani. Towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls, who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of love. Infinite radiant love and infinite compassionate love. And I'm going to begin with a dance.
I'll just say quickly, our theme for today is the balance of power and beauty. So that's what we're going to be working with.
And inviting you to pay particular attention to the embodiment of Ram in this dance. Ram. Feeling that power in your body, that strong, powerful warrior energy, and many more things besides. Fill your cup.
Fill your cup.
Drink it up.
Drink it up.
Ya Allah, Allah.
Ya Allah, Allah.
Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah.
Fill your cup. Drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah.
And at some point we say,
Ram.
that's right, Ram, 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 Ram. The fish in the water's not thirsty.
The fish in the water's not thirsty.
Some of the words in this come from Kabir, particularly the bit about the fish in the water not being thirsty. I think he writes about that quite a lot. Other words are from Alauddin Ottinger. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Sing. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up.
Ya Allah, Allah.
Ram, 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 Ram.
Ram, ram, ram.
Ram, 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 Ram. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Sorry, I've got to change the key. I can't sing down that low this evening. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up.
Ya Allah,
Allah. Again. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up.
Ya Allah,
Allah. Watch Samira. Ram, 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 Ram.
Ram, ram, ram.
Ram, 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 Ram. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Ram, 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 Ram.
Ram, 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 ram.
Ram, 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 Ram. The fish in the water's not thirsty. So, if anyone was watching Samira there, she's demonstrating the dance very nicely. Okay. So, we are filling our cup, we're walking forwards, raising up our arms, gathering this ocean of everything, and filling our cup. So then we fill our cup like this. Sorry?
Nice and loud when you speak.
Nice and loud. Is that loud enough?
Fill your cup,
drink it up. Turning. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink. Turn the other way.
Ya Allah, Allah.
And again. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. So this is the point in which we're going to embody Ram. So, total embodiment. So, arms raised. Feel your muscles. Just strengthen your arms. Feel that power. And, feel it in your whole body, in your legs as well. Get those bendy knees. And we're going to be, normally we would be stepping to the right. So we can do micro steps to the right, but so using the whole body. Ram, 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 Ram. Turning. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Back the other way. Ram, Ram, Ram. Really feeling that power.
Ram, ram,
Radiant power. Ram, 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 Ram. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. not thirsty. Rum, 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 rum. Water's not thirsty. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Water's not thirsty. Rum, 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 rum. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Water's not thirsty. Fish in the water's not thirsty. Last time. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup. Thirsty. Rum, 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 rum. The fish in the water's not thirsty. Ameen. Om Hari Om. Ram, Ram, Ram.
How does it feel to embody Ram? Let's just breathe Ram for a minute and just allow that Ram energy to really filter through our body but so that we can really experience this strength and power, this upright, it's kind of the embodiment of the ideal masculine energy. physically strong, physically upright, confident, protective, radiant. What does it feel like to embody those energies? Just noticing whether this feels natural to you or whether it's an unusual experience. Is it easy to do? Is it a bit difficult? You don't need to change anything, but just noticing. Ram, who's ready to act with strength and power, decisive, confident. Fully embodied. Ram. So now we're going to explore the other pole of what we're working with today. So this is the pole of divine beauty, generosity, softness and flow. So I think you're on again, Robert, aren't you?
Yeah. Jamil Allah.
Jamil Allah.
So some of you did this with us the other day. Jamil, one of the beautiful names, one of its meanings is beauty. My voice seems to be a little bit on the high side this evening. I'll give it a go in this key. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. We sing that twice. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Listen. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Sing that one. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. Let's put it all together. Jamil Allah, Jamil Allah, Ishq Allah, Jamil. 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 There's a very different quality to these sounds, particularly the sound of Jamil. There is something very beautiful about it and soft about it. So let's move we are, you're going all the way over there.
It's because we're going to be going that way.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we?
Eventually. Right. So we're going to be leaning with our heart to the left, sort of in this sort of yearning kind of way, and then up to the right, and then we're turning to the left. So that's one movement, and the other movement is swaying left, right, and then walking to the left a couple of steps. And those movements alternate throughout the dance. So let's start. Jamila la, Jamila la, Ishqa la, Jamil. And swaying. Jamila la, Jamila la. Stepping to the left. Ishqa la, Jamil. And we're leaning again. Jamila la, Jamila la. Turning. Ishqa la, Jamil. And swaying. Jamila la, Jamila la. Ishqa la, Jamil. There's something very gentle about this dance, and I find myself getting into a rhythm, and it becomes quite meditative.
I think there can be a lot of suppleness in the hips and knees. It's very sort of feminine movements, lots of flowing.
Absolutely.
Jamila
la, Jamila la, Ishqa la, Jamila la, Jamila la, Ishqa la, Jamila la, Jamila la. Just the low voices. Jamila la, Jamila la, Ishqa la, Jamil. Jamila la, Jamila la, Ishqa la, Jamil. High voices. Voices again.
Jamila la, Jamila la,
Breathing in, Jamil. Breathing out, Jamil. Breathing in, beauty. Breathing out, beauty.
And as we breathe, Jamil, again, really allowing that as an embodied experience. How does it feel to breathe with beauty, to move with beauty, to embody this soft and gentle beauty with every fibre of our being. And again, noticing how it feels. Does it feel easy? Does it feel a bit challenging? Does it feel natural? Or is it a bit more of an effort, a bit of an unusual experience? And if we're literally breathing beauty, what does that do to our bodies, to our emotions, as we feel this current of beauty being drawn in on the breath? Ya Jamil.
Ya Jamil.
So the next wazifas on our journey through these beautiful names of the Beloved are a name of power and a name of beauty. And they come together in a third phrase which combines and balances this power and beauty. And this becomes such a potent force in our world when we embody the balance of power and beauty, of strength and gentleness, the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into perfect balance. So let's begin our work, or continue our work, with this name Ya Jalil. Ya Jalil.
Ya Jalil.
And reading from Physicians of the Heart. Al-Jalil is the omnipotent, divine power and strength that manifests into each thing and everything without exception. Omnipotent, divine power and strength in each thing, in everything without exception. Its opposite is Ya Jamil, the divine beauty that likewise penetrates everything. And then we have Ya Kareem. Al-Kareem is fully manifested generosity that reaches everything without exception. This R-E sound, whenever we come across that in these wazifas, it means this, that it reaches every point in the universe without exception. So Ya Jalil and Ya Kareem both have that sound code. So this fully manifested generosity can be found in every particular thing and in everything altogether. Al-Kareem bestows endless gifts with full integrity. It is an inexhaustible, bountiful energy that keeps on giving, like a flowing stream of water from a fathomless well. Those who embody Al-Kareem are generous with whatever they have, whether it actually reaches people or not, whether others respond or not. Another form of the word is ikram, which means incomparably generous. A physical form of the root has the meaning of fertile ground. Al-Kareem also expresses dignity and integrity. When the angels perceived the quality of God's fully manifested generosity in Adam, they fully prostrated in sajda before the mystery of divine manifestation in the human being. Repetition of Ya Kareem is a remedy for miserliness in all realms and directly addresses the densest core of the ego. So this beautiful, endless, flowing stream of generosity in Ya Kareem and this boundless strength and power that manifests in everything and each and everything all the time. And these two names come together in the phrase Ya Dal Jalali Wal Ikram. So we'll come to that in a moment. But first of all, let's say this phrase, these two phrases together. Let's repeat. Ya. Well, in fact, we'll start by doing them separately. We'll do Ya Jalil, power and strength. Ya Jalil, 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 Ya Jalil. And let's breathe in Jalil, breathing in strength and power. And breathing out Jalil, strength and power. Feeling it into our very bones, in every part of our being, and breathing it out, finding it in everything in the universe, this strength and power directly from the divine. And again, noticing how does it feel to breathe Jalil? How does my body want to be when I'm breathing Jalil? What position do I want to hold or to move through? And then releasing the words and just breathing this breath of strength and power. And moving to Ya Karim, this fully manifested generosity, this abundant flow like a never-ending spring. Ya Karim, 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 Ya Karim. And breathing Karim, breathing in Karim, this divine, abundant generosity. Breathing out Karim, never-ending flow of generosity and love. And releasing the words and just breathing with this divine flow of bounty, generosity, boundless giving and receiving. Limitless flow. Amen.
Amen. I just wanted to say something about generosity and my experience of this recently. I think I've spoken about this a few weeks ago after I crashed the car and was in a high anxiety state in the middle of the night about various things that were coming up. And I realised that generosity comes in many forms, and not just obviously giving something to somebody, but giving thanks. I was just thinking just now, gratitude feels like an act of generosity. And then I thought, well, we sometimes call it giving thanks. There's something about it does feel like a connection with the other, gratitude to the other, giving some of myself in thanks. And prayer also, again, I'm just expanding myself beyond my smaller self towards others, another act of generosity. And I'm sure you can think of lots of other examples. There's something about generosity that seems to be very connected with my heart and helps to expand my heart and push my smaller concerns and fears to one side in that moment.
Very beautiful, thank you. Yes. Really notice there's a freedom that comes with generosity when there's somehow a fear of scarcity, or it can be sort of cramping and diminishing and clinging, that's right, or just restricting as well, really. And somehow opening into the flow of generosity allows an expansion, and it somehow allows an abundance. Seems to work that way.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, there are groupings of names. Actually, I don't think I did mention this, but I was thinking about it. These names are grouped together. So there are names of power and strength. And Ya Jalil is one of those. And there are names of beauty. And Ya Karim comes in that grouping. And there's just such wonderful benefit in bringing these qualities into balance and harmony within ourselves. Discovering which is more natural to us. Some of us are more naturally Jalal, strong and powerful and out there, and others are more naturally Jamil, soft and gentle and beautiful and flowing. But all of us have all of these energies within us. They're all available to us, and often it's helpful to get to know the ones that are less familiar and become more acquainted with them so that they can become available to us more readily and useful in life. Because the reality is that power without beauty and gentleness can become abuse or power over, as opposed to strength. And beauty without power can become, qualities where we might be so concerned about being generous and pleasing other people that we actually become a bit of a doormat. Or there's somehow a lack of spine and confidence in ourselves. So either without the other is less useful and less effective in the world. So I wanted to bring a dance that gives us an opportunity, first of all, to embody the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And again, to bring those into ourselves, to acknowledge both of those sides of our being, male self, female self, sun self and moon self, yin self and yang self, other way around, but yang and yin. And to just have a chance to experience these qualities. So we'll sing the names of Sita and Ram. And we say, let us sing the praises of Sita and Ram. Sita Ram Nama Bajo.
Sita Ram Nama Bajo.
Madhura Sai Nama Bajo.
Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo.
How sweet it is to sing their praises. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Sitaram Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. So we're going to do a series of, or a movement which embodies Ram. And whilst we're singing with those movements, let's really embody Ram in our singing as well. So it's the same melody, the same words, but with a Ram quality. So Sita Ram Nama Bhajo. Sita Ram Nama Bhajo. Sita Ram Nama Bhajo. Madhura Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. So I'm just trying to communicate to Robert to turn the microphone down because I'm distorting, but never mind, it's just a bit late now. And then we'll do it with Sita's qualities. So much more beautiful and sweet and gentle. Sita Ram Nama Bhajo. Sita Ram Nama Bhajo. And so the movements will also echo that. So let's stand and I'll show you how it works. So the Madhura, Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo, it's the same movements. We're coming with our fingertips and with our thumbs to the mouth because we're saying how sweet it is to sing their praises. Madhura, Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. So it's a turn to the right and then a bows. Madhura, Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. Madhura, Madhura Sai Nama Bhajo. So 3 times each of those phrases. Now while we're singing with Ram, we're going to be this upright warrior and we have our bow. We're going to be drawing the bowstring and firing arrows. This is it can be a really wonderful way to experience that directness, this effectiveness that is this pure embodiment of masculinity, the ability to make things happen and achieve things. And so, you know, it's setting your goal, setting your target and releasing the arrow, following the arrow to its goal, and with simplicity and strength in this, and it can be used of course in a protective way because the highest embodiment of masculinity is this embodiment of the protector. So, Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Madhura Madhura Sai Namabajo. And then we'll repeat that twice more. So this real embodied strength and presence, the Jalal form of this. And then we're going to be cupping our hand at the heart, imagining we have a bowl of healing waters or perhaps of rose petals, and we're going to scatter this healing and beauty wherever we go. So, and this is with Sita, so this feeling of softness, suppleness, flexibility, ability to move gently and beautifully through the world, through our lives. Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Madhura Madhura Sai Namabajo. And again 3 times through that. So feel free to walk around the room as you're doing these things. I mean, you can stay on the spot as well, but let's really work on embodying these qualities to the fullest, so that we can really experience within our being this highest quality of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So starting with Ram with his bow and arrows. Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Sitaram Namabajo, Madhura Madhura Sai Namabajo, Madhura 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 Sai Nama Bhajo. How sweet it is when these qualities are in balance within us. So let's come to our phrase in Arabic where we bring these qualities together. Yadal Jalali wal Ikram. And in the Physicians of the Heart, we're told all manifestation of power, al-Jalal, as well as all manifestation of beauty, ya Jamal, come from God's absolute essence. Where else would it come from? So the first word, dal, is the same as that, which means the absolute essence. Dal is the utterly transcendent source of the ceaseless flowing of divine manifestations. The utterly transcendent source of the ceaselessly flowing divine manifestation. It is the source of the flow of divine strength in Al-Jalal, into everything, everywhere, without distinction. The source of the flow of divine strength, Al-Jalal, into everything, everywhere, without distinction. So that means flowing into every one of us in every moment, without exception. That strength is there, even in the times when we don't know that or feel it or believe it. And then we have Karim in the form of Ikram. So the Ikram in this name is a most beautiful or Jamali quality. It means the unconditional and loving generosity of God that fully manifests into everything. The unconditional and loving generosity of God that fully manifests into everything. That means everyone as well. So again, this unconditional loving generosity of God is manifesting in each one of us without exception all of the time, even when we forget, even when we don't feel it. So it's an intensive form of Al-Karim, Ikram. Ikram adds emphasis, making it incomparably kind and generous, noble and giving. So paired as they are in this name, Al-Jalal and Al-Ikram express the omnipotent strength and incomparable divine generosity that are present in the absolute essence of all and harmonize them. The balanced combination of qualities in this great name produces balance. So repeating this phrase, Ya Dal Jalali wal Ikram, is recommended as a useful practice for all who are out of balance in relation to strength and its proper use. So that might mean, being overly familiar with strength, maybe a tendency to bullying or to using power in inappropriate ways, or it might be the other respect of being afraid of one's own power, afraid of other people's power, limiting oneself in those ways. It's similarly effective when people may not be able to set appropriate personal boundaries as a result of being out of balance in the sphere of generosity. So if you're somebody who gives and gives and gives until you've got nothing else to give, and you're still giving because you believe it's a good thing to do, but you're getting drained and exhausted. Who am I speaking to here? I'm not sure. Then this name is helpful for getting back into balance and remembering that this power and this generosity comes from God and flows through us at all times.
I was just thinking about generosity, and it's important to remember to be generous to ourselves as well.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
So that we can continue to give.
That's right, yeah.
We often forget that or think that we are unworthy.
Or, yeah, and just, I think sometimes it just doesn't come into conscious awareness, does it? That need to be generous to ourselves, the need to sort of restock the ambulance, keep it well serviced. But yes, the ability to give generously to oneself just as much as to others. And often what that means is allowing myself space and time to nourish myself, so that I can be more effective. I can have more strength and power if I'm not exhausted and wiped out and drained and overextended. So the last thing really to say at the moment about this phrase is that we have a particular grammatical construction when we said Ya Dal Jalali wal Ikram, but when we're saying it as Al, it's Dul Jalali wal Ikram. Dul Jalali wal Ikram.
And what's the wal bit?
Wa is and.
And, thank you.
So from this divine essence and source of everything comes both this power which manifests through everything, everywhere, all of the time, and this flow of loving generosity which manifests through everything all the time, both and. So it really is about the balance of power and generosity, of strength and beauty. You want to say the phrase after me. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram.
Dhul Jalali wal Ikram.
You want to play for me, and we'll also use the zikr phrase La ilaha illallahu.
La ilaha illallahu.
So just reminding ourselves really about dhul, about this essence. No separation. It's only this essence. So as I said, where else would these qualities come from? La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallah. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. 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 Dhul Jalali wal Ikram.
Would you like me to put it down to D?
Okay. Am I shrieking? A
Just
little
look
bit.
like you're straining a bit.
I
that's
didn't
all.
feel as if I was, but that's
Okay.
all right. Okay, let's try it at this pitch. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallah. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. Is that better for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Right, let's do some movements.
How is it for everybody else?
It's good down there? Okay,
Great.
lovely. It's important to be able to sing with power and strength as well as beauty and generosity. That's right, you be generous with your singing. Let's, can I, so for the Dhul Jalali wal Ikram, we're just walking. We're walking to the right, and it's just adjusting the lighting. That didn't really help very much. Actually. It's just in my eyes now. Okay. So we're walking to the right round the circle, and it's this very open, strong, present feeling, strength, power, and beauty, and generosity, all here. And then the arms are going to come up, and it's this energy rising in us and flowing. It's the great ease and strength and power and flow. And then we're going to turn to the right and radiate. And then we step forward and back again. So it's a really wonderful feeling when this rising energy flows through us. This is, for me, this is the moment when the dance happens. It's that. Let's just try that with the music. Just give me the chord. Do jalali wal ikram, do jalali wal ikram, do jalali wal ikram, do jalali wal ikram, do jalali. Wonderful, yeah. So it's this inevitable flowing and rising of energy that we can then share in this abundant generosity with ease, because it's flowing through us all of the time from the source of all, the source of all strength, the source of all generosity, present in every one of us, every moment. And for the zikr phrase, we're just making a little figure of 8 with the heart starting to the right. And you can just let your feet follow that movement. La ilaha illallah. It's not. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La Take whichever part you choose. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Oh, jalali wal ikram illallah. Jalali wal ikram. La ilaha Everyone together. Du Jalali wal Ikram, 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 Du Jalali wal Ikram. And in the silence, let's explore again with the breath those divine qualities, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, divine strength and power, divine beauty and generosity, and how those qualities mingle and flow within each one of us, between us, on the breath, manifesting from the essence of all, in every one of us, in every moment. So allowing the breath to travel up and down the spine in this intertwining flow of the Kundalini. Sitaram, Ya Jalil, Ya Jamil, Dul Jalali Wal Ikram. Amen. And may we, each one of us, as we go forth from here, manifest these qualities of strength and beauty to bring more peace, more harmony, more love, more beauty wherever we go. May all beings be well.
May all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace.
Amen, amen, amen. Hari Om.